topics. How do you feel about Trump and Elon trying to take your Social Security from you?
Well, I'm worried about it. I got to go. As we just said.
So,
got to go.
Is there anything that you want to say to our audience about Trump and Elon trying to take and get their hands off of your Social Security?
Well, look at all these people. I don't know how many we got, but it's a whole lot. All saying the same thing.
I love your son.
Thank you.
How do you feel about Trump's tariffs on Canada?
We'll see what happens. I don't think it's smart.
We don't think it's smart either. Do you think it's any way that we can get out of the deficit that we have in now? Without the tariffs?
We're going to have to work together.
Unity is the key.
We're going to have to work together.
Thank you, sir, for your comment.
Yes, sir.
Greetings, everybody. This is Rodney Fowlkes again. It's such a pleasure to be before you, and I'm grateful to have you watching us right now. If you could, please hit that subscribe button. We greatly appreciate that, and we value your subscription. I want to talk a little bit more about current events, and I want to talk a little bit about the things that we have going on today in this world. Now, I say to my folks, as I talk to all of my people, I'm going to emphasize a little bit to my African American and Black folk that now's the time for action. I don't think we can sit on the sidelines anymore. I don't think we can sit back and take a break and rest and do whatever, while this man is totally destroying our country, and he is doing it at record speeds. I mean, record speeds. He is actually destroying this country. And so I say to you, with our financial situation the way it is, with our stock market the way it is, with our retirements the way it is, with Social Security at risk, with Medicare at risk, with Medicaid at risk, there's absolutely no way we can sit still and not do anything. I want to talk to you guys for just 1 second because, hey, when someone punches, or when anyone in America gets punched in the gut, the Black folks get hit in the head with a sledgehammer. What are you talking about, my friend? What am I talking about? I'm talking about the fact that we don't have, as a large group of people, owe money. We don't have a long legacy of folks that have left us a whole lot of money to weather storms. Those of us that have been successful, we typically have enough that we can take care of ourselves and our immediate families, and that's it. Period. So, with the president and his cabinet and these tariffs leading us rapidly down the road of recession, wow. What a recession means to us, the Black folk, if you thought unemployment was bad before, if you thought unemployment was bad now, wait till we get a recession. And since the president has made it legal for there to be discrimination, legal for there to be good old boy systems, what do you think is going to happen to you, my friend? Where are you going to end up on the side of the stick here when the economy crashes? If you thought it was bad in 2008, when everybody ended up upside down on their houses, when the real estate market was just totally crap, we were going into a great recession. This cat is almost on the verge of sending us into a great recession, maybe even into a depression. I mean, I've never, and the problem that you're going to run into, the problem that we're going to run into today now is, he's going to take care, so he's going to cut your Social Security. He's going to cut your Medicare. He's going to cut your Medicaid. He's going to cut SNAP program, food stamps, WIC for mothers trying to feed their children. He's going to cut all of those things. So, who's going to help the folks? He's cutting off all the grants. He's frozen a huge portion of the grants. Grants that help the missions, that feed the homeless individuals, that house homeless people. Wow. And people are complaining, even in my neighborhood, about the homeless. Well, let's shut down all their food and let's shut down the current housing that they have. Let's see what happens to those folks when there's nothing there. And our folks are struggling the same thing in the same way. And we're going to have to set up food shelters and pretty much civic centers and churches and synagogues and mosques and all the different places that can possibly feed these folks. Folks ain't gonna have no money, man. I often speak and I say things to the majority of folks about them voting. But I want to talk a little bit about to my people of color, man. I want to talk to my black folk today. Those of you that voted for Donald Trump because he sent you a $1,200 stimulus check. What is going on with you? First of all, bring this fast forward to today. The only way that check or only way that money was going to be approved was by Nancy Pelosi and the Democratic Congress. We have Johnson there today, and he's approving cuts to Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, or anything that he want to do. He's just going to give them the okay to do whatever it is they want to do. They cover their racism up and say, hey, I'm against folks that are woke. They cover that racism up by saying, hey, I'm against DEI. They're just racist, man. I know nobody wants to hear that word, but let's just put this where it's at, man. Come on now. Let's just put this out. Even during the Biden age, even during COVID, when they had all these small business loans and things out there, the deck was stacked. So I was able to get a small business loan for about $15,000, $16,000, right? And I had a proven track record for many years with my business. But you needed to have a certain number of employees to get that money. So the middle class folks that own these big companies or these middle class companies right there, they got that. And they even till last month or last year, they were able to get tax credits for each employee. Now, I wasn't able to get any of that, right? Because, we hustle, man. I got folks working for me, they're contractors, they're doing whatever, but I don't have no W-2. I didn't have a whole bunch of W-2 people ever working for me, right? Because most people were just hustling, trying to make it, just trying to get through. I mean, so, and that's with a man that had a pure heart, had our best interests in his heart. You had these billionaires now today. The Treasury Secretary will say, hey, my grandmother be okay. This cat's a billionaire now. His grandmother will be okay if she misses a Social Security check.
Unless you're Donald Trump's Commerce Secretary. I don't know if you saw this today. I feel like in any other moment, this would have been wallpaper all over the American media. But this statement today from Donald Trump's Commerce Secretary about what Trump is doing to Social Security, this tape is such a political disaster. I feel like I almost have to close my eyes because I can't bear to watch it. Just, here you go. Check it out.
Let's say Social Security didn't send out their checks this month. My mother-in-law, who's 94, she wouldn't call and complain. She just wouldn't. She'd think something got messed up, and she'll get it next month.
Yeah.
A fraudster always makes the loudest noise, screaming, yelling, and complaining.
Howard Lutnick, Wall Street titan, Trump cabinet member, saying that his mother-in-law wouldn't call and complain. She'd just wait until next month, see if her check came then. Anybody complaining about not getting a check is obviously a criminal.
Obviously, you've never been down into the community where people work every day and where the working class people work and where they make it from paycheck to paycheck most of their lives to earn the right to get that Social Security. And for you to say, if we mess around with it, we cut the people and we miss a pay thing, that's no big deal. My mother, you are a billionaire. billionaire. How dare you say that your grandmother, your mother, ain't gonna have no problem? Of course, you got $1 billion. You gonna take care of everybody. Yeah, and they sell their $30 million homes to move to Washington, D.C. $30 million homes to move to Washington, D.C. Yeah, you're not caring too much about us. You definitely don't care about us at all. There's no provisions in there for any one of you that are working. I don't care if you're working whites, working blacks, working browns, working yellows, working reds. I don't care what you are. There are no provisions in there for you, period. They're going to take all of your wealth or all of your money and all of your savings and let it go all the way to the billionaires. Give it to now. First of all, the billionaires. How much money, how much tax cuts do the billionaires need? The billionaires. While you're working hard every day, you get up early in the morning and you go to bed late at night, and you worry about how you're going to pay your mortgage, your light bill, your water bill, your car insurance. You worry about how you're going to pay your daycare, your child care, how you're going to get clothes for the kids, all these other things. And these cats are billionaires. Yes, I am going out into the streets. Hands off any protest I could possibly find in my area. I am going to. I think all of us need to get out there and stand up there and say we have had enough of this foolishness. As my grandmother would say, this is just plumb foolishness that we have here today. Government has a place. Where are you? I don't understand this, man. Government has a place. You don't want any government. You don't want no defense. You don't want no help. Look, just today, the NIH has to stop cancer research because of a lack of staff on some of these trials that they're doing with life-saving trials where they're using your own immune system to help fight these cancers off. They have to slow that stuff down and almost to a crawl because y'all just cut everybody.
Researchers in this lab are studying how cancer treatments impact blood cells, but possible NIH cuts could slow their progress.
If I have less money for my lab, then that will change the types of experiments that we can do.
Dr. Tina Termini's lab studies how blood regenerates after cancer patients receive radiation or chemotherapy.
This is what it looks like after radiation exposure. It's separated. You can see there's those little red dots.
She says their goal is to find a way to regenerate cells and help patients recover faster.
So it's really important that we understand the long-term impacts of those treatments.
But looming funding cuts her lab gets from the National Institutes for Health could put their progress in jeopardy. In 2024, the NIH awarded $1.26 billion in grants and contracts to Washington State that directly supported 12,250 jobs.
To have to stop because we don't have the funds to execute the experiments as planned would be devastating.
I guess y'all folks have never had any of your relatives have cancer. I guess you never had any of your relatives have hepatitis C and need some help and need some. I have had my relatives that have had that. I've had my relatives that have been in trials that saved their life. And those trials went on to lead to the successful treatment of things like hepatitis C and so on and so forth. But you, my friend, don't find a need for the government. Yeah, I proudly pay my taxes. I'm not trying to skip my responsibilities. I know we need a defense. I know we need hospitals and ambulance and paramedics, and I pay my property taxes. I'm not trying to get out of paying my property taxes. Yeah, come on now. I need good schools. We need all this other stuff. Come on, man. Well, wake up, man. Well, now, that's what I'm saying to everybody. White, black, I don't care what color you are. Come on now. You need to wake up. Time out for this. Let's get our acts together. Let's become Americans. Right now, this place is not the United States of America anymore. Now, we are America. Maybe we ought to drop this United States part of it off of it completely. Maybe we need to do the European model. Maybe we need to have 50 countries. Maybe we need 50 states to become 50 countries. Maybe Mississippi need to take care of itself, take care of all its people. Maybe Louisiana need to take care of itself, take care of all its people. Alabama need to take care of itself, take care of itself and do whatever. Hey, I think New York, I think California will fend okay. Maybe North Dakota, South Dakota, all of y'all take care of yourselves. Y'all hate everybody. Y'all hate all these folks. Take care of yourselves. Come up with your own social security system. Come up with your own stuff. Maybe we can have some unions where we have certain level of folks that can come together, or states can come together and help themselves. But I'm sick of this mess. If y'all they want to leave the union, go. My view at this point, let Mississippi go be Mississippi. Let Texas go be Texas. Let Alabama go be Alabama. Don't get none of our defense. Don't get none of our Social Security. Don't get none of our Medicaid. You don't get none of that. You come up with your own stuff. Because today it's the United States of America, and we all pay taxes, and all of our money go to everyone. Maybe it's time for that. You don't want nobody but a lily white pure society, then you take what you get. Yeah, these are tough times, tough conversations. But I just say this to you, we got to do better. We must do better. There's no way to continue going down this road that we are. I don't even know if it can be redeemed anymore because of this, and it's just too much. Anyway, I'll be back at you tomorrow. There's so much stuff going on, it's hard to even get close to covering half those topics of things that we have going on today, but I'll be back tomorrow. Let's talk.